Hello and welcome to another episode of the Arena. This should be episode 27 and this is a post commentary. I am pointing at www.bandicam.com because I am using that as recording software. And this is second recording of the episode, third recording of the commentary. Reason why I recorded the episode twice, Bandicam when unregistered and I am not registered only records up to 10 minutes and it was a 30-minute episode. Reason why I am recording voice again, turns out that the music is way louder than I speak, so it drowned me out. Now, as I promised in last episode, I am going to raise funds for my expedition to the Elden Grove. First by selling stuff at the nearest armory shop. I am probably just about to ask her where it is. Oh, I was also speeding up the game. So this tells me that pressing Ctrl F12 is not considered the same as pressing F12. Oh, I am asking about work first. But he won't tell me anything. I remember that much. So instead, I'll ask someone about the nearest store or just find it on my own, I am not sure. I am in Eldenwood and I know I sold stuff here. Now, the second recording wasn't technically as good as the first one would have been had it actually recorded, but well, too bad for me and for you. Oh, I'm just about to ask her where is the nearest store. Oh, and the Bandicam logo does deserve the compass. Either way, I'm annoyed. And this prostitute is in the way, so is the lamp. Nearest store, tell me about it. Southwest. Well, now I'm just going to sell the stuff. Some leather clothing that I am not going to use anymore. Some that I am not going to use at all. A tower shield and a short sword. I am about to ask him, aren't I? Well, either way, this is much less involved than actually commentating while playing. So, I'm just about to go shopping. So I will check what weapons he has. Also, I made some money, but nothing I'd care for buying and have money for at the same time. Now, in the start of the episode, I checked it in the first recording. Well, I had 256 gold, so you can see how much I made. It would be 6 at the end. Transfers, so 5. 6. 6 at the end. Now transfer to, so 166 gold. And now I will travel to Meadow Run. I will run to a meadow. And I will arrive at night, unfortunately. The village of Meadow Run, Melanwood province. Now, in the first recording I was attacked, in the second recording I was not. Anyway, time to go to the nearest inn, which I remember is to the east. Well, no, it's to the west actually. So, my intent is to heal myself. Well, not actually heal myself, I am not wounded in this version. I'm taking apples, that's okay. Now, I will rest until dawn, and then I will go on quests, like an equestrian. I just like how equestrian sounds like a quest. I know it has to do something with the horses though. So I'll get a room for 9 gold, rest in it for 10 hours so that I'd be at 6 something o'clock in the morning. And go out searching for menial tasks to do, such as delivering things, like livers. No one wants livers delivered. Some people want whole babies delivered, but nobody wants livers. Doesn't someone sometimes want to be delivered themselves, but they never specify to whom? So I need to go to the Flying Dragon, which may or may not be a Flygon. Because still Legodra, who is notably peculiar, wants me to do something. Probably a delivery job. Delivery. Perhaps he wants me to remove someone's liver. That would be interesting, but unfortunately no. So I shall go to the Flying Dragon, which is the inn I rested in at the first recording, so I know exactly where it is. It's here, like Lahir. No, Lahir isn't here. Someone made the autumn sun disappear, and this is the 3rd time I mentioned it. Isn't there a Skyrim DLC in which someone actually wants to make that happen? I mean, isn't there a Skyrim DLC where someone wants to make the sun disappear? Conspirational whisper? I am not whispering. Not again. Am I reading so slow? I guess. Hopefully my voices tend to be at least good. He needs my help because his shield is warped and he needs to get it to vintage accoutrements by Midda's nymph of Frostfall. Because his life isn't going to be worth a copper. Though, why would he measure his life in a non-existent currency? I don't know. Either way, he will pay me 221 gold if I get the shield there. Well, technically the guy there will. This guy is desperate. So, I'll take his shield and eat it. While that would be a crazy insult, I am not actually going to do it. I am going to take his shield and deliver it to the vintage encounterments. He worships timber spirits, which, considering this is a forest area, makes sense, and I will try to jump over a table. I will fail and skid all over it, spilling drinks and other things, like stews. Now, I shall go and find the vintage encounterment, and I will deliver the shield. First, I will have to ask people where the vintage encounterments are. So far. And since I don't remember what I have been speaking about, at this point I will mention another Voyager fail. Well, perhaps even so. First, Future's End, a double episode where Braxton causes a paradox, blames Voyager for it, and almost causes it again. Well, either way, that's not the technology fail, or science fail. The science fail is that Tuvok and Paris managed to copy data from a computer by pointing their tricorders at its screen. Not at the box, at the screen. Then they delete all the data on the hard drive by again pointing at the screen. I just found out that this is not the correct store, and I'm going to search for the real one. There are other science fails like macrocosm, where there are giant viruses. Now, that's actually fail on two fronts. First, a giant virus would probably not be able to do anything because it would be too giant. But second, how do they float? You see, normal virus could theoretically float on air currents due to the square cube law, and I found the correct place. But those viruses were giant! The square cube law would turn firmly to the volume, and they would fall. Now Marvel's warp shield, you don't care that it's warped, do you? And Legodra wasn't punctual. If he was, he would just carry it himself. There is another thing, and I forgot the episode name. That's not a science fair, it's more like a sanity fair. You see, there is an episode where Chakotay and Janeway have been infected by a virus, local to a planet, by an insect on the planet. Only they were infected, no one else. Now I am supposed to go to a screaming jug where Brother Silnia wants someone to make a real barrier. The issue I have with Janeway and Chakotay being the only ones infected is that it implies that they were probably both on the planet at the same time before, and probably no one else was there. That is, they probably had been the whole evaded. That's just stupid. Don't put both the most important people on the ship, off the ship at the same time. they did it again in Futures End, where both Chakotay and Janeway were on the Awake mission, and so was two of us, an alien, on ancient Earth. Well, not ancient Earth. 20th century Earth. The Awake mission team are an alien and the two most important people on the ship, and one guy who should logically know their stuff. Now, the one guy who should know their stuff, Paris, makes sense. The other people, not so much. Why couldn't they just send Paris, Kim, and two mauve shirts or red shirts or something? Or if they really wanted someone important, Chakotay. That would be then Paris, Kim, Chakotay, and if it's supposed to be four people, someone fourth. Now I found the screaming jug. It screams, can't be heard over the music. But believe me, it screams in terror and pain when people drink from it. Brother Silnia calls me to a table. He wants to discuss delivering of prayer beads to Brotherhood of Gideon. Now I don't know who this Gideon person is, because he's never. It appears like he's a god of some sort, but he was never mentioned in any later games. Whatever. I will deliver the prayer beads to the Brotherhood of Gideon. It appears as if the name of the inn was when it's actually the jug of screams. It's filled with the screams. So, there's that. Now, I received the prayer beads and I know where Brotherhood of Gideon is. No, I don't know whether I know it. I don't think I know it. But perhaps I'm mistaken. No, I don't know it. Now, here's the thing. My current self knows it, but my past self, which was doing this, did not know. I know where Brotherhood of Faith is. That's the building I was just next to. Brotherhood of Gideon, I didn't know that. Now, I will deliver the prayer beads to this guy, and then there will be another cut. Perhaps there should have been cuts instead. They are less dangerous. Sometimes. What a marvelous string of prayer beads, and it's even here on time! Quite unlike Silnia to be so punctual, I assure you. Well, enjoy your 247 gold piece reward. You've earned it. I am from the society. I hope that made it correctly. The 47 society. Basically, anywhere where 47 gets used. Though this time it was probably random. The thing is, Star Trek tends to use 47s a lot. Now I am going to ask this guy for a job and he will tell me about Shrek. You see, a green ogre. He ate Mr. Liddell. Now this doesn't measure up to the first recording, where someone mentioned that a local lord named Aragon, which sounds a lot like Aragorn. Well, he was probably an imposter and a cannibal to boot. But that's not all. Not only there was probably a fake Aragorn, there was also someone who wanted Balrog hide. You know, Balrog from Lord of the Rings? They apparently exist in Tamriel too. So Little draws near. He wants me to escort his sister Lilisgina. I originally thought it was Lisisgina, but it's Lilisgina. Lilisgina Liverthorn. She is the thorn of the river. She spikes people with spikes of rock. And this guy worships the Elden Grove, the place I will be going to next. But either way, Lilisgina in my inventory. That's her. Wait, did I really say inventory? Well, Lilisgina in my inventory. I go to Brotherhood of Gideon to deliver her. I think I'm going to Brotherhood of Gideon at least. Hello, doll. So, I will now drop her on the priest. Wow, artifacting? Is this what it's called? Is this what is called artifacting? So what's he preaching? Remarkable job. I don't know if I could have spent so long with Lilisgina Riverthorn and not died. But then little sister has always annoyed me greatly. Here is your 208 gold. I bid you well. You don't have to spend another second with her, but I have to spend the rest of her life with her. Also, I have no eyes. He temporarily lost his eyes, so he was a blind monk. Now, I am going to ask for more jobs. War. And this is the time where they all forget the name of the tower. I think it's White Dungeon in the end. And this is Arnis from Brotherhood of Gideon. This is the third job I will perform for them. In a row. Now too bad the game does not remember this, because if it did, it could be funny. Or fun at least. But, well, it's sort of fun, but not funny. But not funny, unfortunately. This isn't the inn I've been looking for. Now I'm going to go out of the inn and go further in the correct direction. I think it was south. And keep asking people. Unfortunately, they keep forgetting the name. At least this guy forgot it too, I think. Yes, South was also here, but he forgot the name. Now Now, if you know the name, it gets easier to search. Either way, I will eventually find it, and then Mr. of Brotherhood of Gideon will give me a quest. White Dungeon. I was correct. Now she will tell me where it is. It's south of here. Now I will have some trouble finding it, but I will eventually. And then I already told you what will happen then, so I don't have to tell it again, do I? Instead, what will I do instead, huh? That's the question. There was a funny story, but I forgot what it was. which may or may not be funny in itself, so there is that. And this is the White Dungeon. Mr. Arnis of the Brotherhood of Gideon, a brother of Gideon, one could say, wants to conspire with me using a whisper. He needs a gold ingot delivered to the Brotherhood of Faith. Basically, they borrowed the ingot from the Brotherhood of Faith and now they have to return it. They won't be worth a copper, which may be metal, coin made of said metal, or in some version of English I think it can mean policeman. At least that's how it was sometimes used in this book. I like to think that he means the last option. His life will not be worth a policeman. Policeman. The man of the police. The man of the city. So, if the policeman is the man of the city, can there even be policemen outside of cities? Or should they be called something else even if they fulfill the same function? Oh, and I know this is Brotherhood of Faith because I've been there in a previous timeline. Police is Greek, so if there were, I don't know how village is in Greek. Now I delivered the ingot, and I am about to run out of time and rapid dimensions in space. Having run out of time and creative dimensions in space, I go to save, because surely it's all I can do. I have to save the universe and the timeline before the end comes. I didn't save before on this recording, so I will have to edit the next two